One of the biggest things that I'm struggling with right now is building my brand and business and trying to become a really, really genuinely good online personal trainer for fitness. But I think my biggest struggle out of everything isn't trying to get sales right, isn't trying to post the best content, isn't trying to find my voice and stand out. It's actually what I feel like my family thinks of what I'm doing. And before I get into this a lot, I just want to say that my family supports me and loves me very much. And that's something that I will never, ever, ever take for granted, because I know that so many people who are my age, who are trying to maybe do the same thing as me, probably don't have that. There's a lot of people out there who just do not have that. And so I want to take this moment to be thankful for that. But I can't help but feel like maybe they are wondering why I'm trying to do this business stuff when I have 2 science degrees from a Big Ten university, where I could pretty much get any pretty good job that I wanted right now and be pretty good for a long time. And I think the biggest struggle is that I just worry that they don't like what I'm doing. I worry that they say that they support me and want me to do good and want me to be happy. But I worry that maybe they, deep down, maybe when I'm not around, think or say that things that go against, I don't know, I'm having trouble right now. Still gonna post this. See, normally I would delete this video right now because of that stutter, but I want these to be authentically my thoughts and how I'm doing. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle to put into words what I'm trying to say. It's almost as if, like, I just worry that maybe they are feeling less proud of me for not continuing on the path that I had always talked about as a kid. And so what I mean by that is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. And so because of that, I went to high school. I did good in high school. And then I went to Purdue after high school. Obviously, really freaking good university if you want to be an astronaut. And so at Purdue, I graduated in December of 2025. I got 2 degrees, one in planetary science, one in atmospheric science. Basically, meteorology and geology is what that is. And I don't have a job that is like a full-time position that I would have a salary in right now. I literally am still doing a research position right now that I started as an undergraduate, and that's still what I'm doing as a graduate. And it's kind of embarrassing to tell people that. But what I'm really trying to do right now fully is build a brand and a business around fitness and discipline and kind of my lifestyle. Part of these videos are part of that. And that's been a pretty big pivot. So my problem is, I feel like my parents are really who I think of first, but maybe grandparents I also think of, maybe some aunts and uncles who might kind of care sometimes. I just don't talk to a lot of them a lot, which is why I say it like that. But I feel and I fear that maybe they are less happy about what I'm trying to do now, because it's not the original plan. And I think that's tough. That's tough. And maybe a lot of it too is I think maybe a lot of it is just like pointless suffering that is really happening in my own mind. it's probably not even a real thing that's happening. Like, they're probably not upset with me for not using my degrees. They probably just like, he'll figure it out, and they just don't talk about it a lot. I just can't help but feel like maybe, maybe they are less proud. I'm kind of rambling now because I hate being the guy who cries on camera. I also just don't really want to post this because of what I look and sound like, but I'm still going to because I think there could be somebody out there dealing with something similar who might genuinely need to hear this. Hear somebody else who has already graduated and done all this stuff is still struggling and dealing with some of these things. And even if this helps just one person, that's a success for me. So that's why I'm going to post this. I definitely don't want this to be like I'm seeking attention, because that's not what I want. I want this to help somebody out there who might be dealing with the same thing. I'm just sharing how I feel, basically. Also, part of this is documenting this for future me to watch back once I finally make this stuff work. But it's just tough because a lot of people have been asking, when are you going to go get your master's degree? When are you going to, have you sent your resume to anybody? And it's just, I know they're looking out for me, and I know they're just trying to help. Anyone who says that just actually gives a shit, and that's why they're asking. It's not because they're hating on me. It's not because they don't care about my dreams and goals. It's not that, and I know it's not that, and that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just, I feel like I can tell that, oh, Eli's got this little dream of his. I want him to wake up, is kind of what I imagine they think. And it's fair too, because a lot of the older people in my family don't really get the whole business, personal brand stuff either. So it's new stuff to them. What they knew is go get a degree and get a job. That's why they're like that, is because it's all they know. So I get it, but it's still difficult, and it's a tough pill to swallow, and that's the hardest part for me, actually. If I knew that everybody in my family was fully down with my plan and fully believing in what I believed in that I could do, and believed that this could really work, and they told me, hey, how's all that business stuff going? Just like they would always ask how college was going. I just wish I got that same energy, which I don't, and that's why I feel this way, I think. And I kind of just don't want to ask them. I would hate for them. I kind of really don't want them to see this video, because I don't want to feel bad for saying everything that I'm saying, but it's just actually authentically how I feel. And I just feel like, I'm almost worried what they would say if I said all this to them. Yeah, we kind of do feel that way. That's what I would really be worried about hearing, is confirmation of all this being true. But this video is way too long. I got my point across, but if anyone else out there is dealing with kind of a same situation, I really feel for you, and you're not alone, because, well, if you've watched this point in the video, you're not alone. So I just hope this gave you some insight to the fact that if somebody else is out there struggling, and I am, there's a lot of other people too. So if you're struggling, we are not alone. So I hope this helps somebody out there, and if it helped you, and if you got any insights, anything you want to say, leave it down below, and I'll be reading the comments. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a good day.